Okay, the final video on Jonah 1:12. The first video we did on Jonah 1:12, we reviewed the converted imperfect. The second video we did on Jonah 1:12, we looked at the straight up imperfect and thought of it as a future tense, although it's not exactly a future tense, but that'll get us in the door. In this video, we want to learn about the present tense. You may have been wondering, you said that the perfect is like a past tense, and the converted imperfect is definitely like a past tense, and the imperfect is like a future tense. Well, how do you say about, how do you talk about something going on right now? Well, welcome to this video. So, there isn't really a present tense, but hold that thought. See if you can pronounce this. Ki yodea ani ki b'sheli ha sa'ar ha gadol ha ze. Okay, so ki, you need to know this word. It's a conjunction. Junction, what's your function? Here it means for. He says, throw me into the water and the sea will calm for yoda. Anyway, yodea. Okay, so this is a participle. A participle. A participle is an ing word, at least that's a way we're going to start by thinking of it. And this pattern, which I'll talk about in a second, means knowing. For knowing ani, you know ani, it's an independent pronoun meaning I. Ani ohevet means I love you. But anyway, for knowing am I, the am is not there. You have to stick it in there. For knowing I, it's caveman talk. Knowing I, that by my cause, this great tempest. So again, Hebrew says, why use lot word when few word do trick? Anyway, so the office. So for knowing am I. This is how you do a present tense. It's not really a present tense, but how do you talk about something in the present in Hebrew? Well, you use a participle. For knowing am I. And then you might say, well, why does it mean that here and for here? You know, ours is not to question why. Ours is just to memorize or die. Languages do what languages do. These are two different meanings of the word ki. For knowing am I that. Sometimes it means for, sometimes it means that. Anyway, for knowing am I that. Ba is in, you should know that. Hirik yod is my, you should know that. And then shell is, by my cause or because of me is basically what this means. We've seen this before. Because of me is this great tempest. So the typical, we know about adjectives, right? We know Hebrew adjectives. Usually the adjective comes after the noun. So the tempest is the noun. And you can see hey patak doubling. What's that? It's the. This is the article here. Hey patak doubling. The tempest. And then gadol and ze are serving as adjectives of it. They come afterwards. What do adjectives have to agree with the noun they go with? They have to agree in gender, in number, and definiteness. Do they agree in definiteness? Absolutely. We have hey patak doubling, hey patak doubling, hey patak doubling. So we've got the. Do we agree in definiteness? Do we agree in gender? Well, sa'ar is masculine, gadol is masculine, and ze, remember ze? Ze is the masculine singular demonstrative pronoun, the near one, this. So the tempest, the great, the this. And we have to put that in our Greek computer, and it comes out, or put it in our Greek pipe and smoke it, or Hebrew pipe and smoke it, and it comes out, this great tempest. Put it in our Hebrew computer, and it comes out, play this game, and it comes out, this great tempest in English. Okay? And then aleikem. You should be able to translate that. Al is upon, kem is y'all, and masculine, second masculine plural, y'all, upon y'all. So for knowing am I that because of me, this great tempest is upon you. And we have to stick the is in there. Okay, so what do I want you to know new from this video? There's old stuff here. There's ani, which means I. There's hirik yod, which means my. There's this adjective stuff we just reviewed. There's kem, which we just reviewed. But the new thing, the one I want you to know, is yodea. which is the participle. By the way, this patak here, usually it's written a little bit to the right, but that's not the way my font is working. It's called a furtive patak. The reason is when you're going from an A to a guttural, you have to stop by A. Your mouth has to. A, there's a hidden A in there, a very small, a tiny A, a hidden A, a furtive A. And so this is called a furtive patak. But the long O, long E pattern is typical of a masculine singular participle, the most basic of participles. And so knowing, and Jonah's a masculine singular, so it takes the masculine singular form of the participle. For knowing am I. Okay, so we've now introduced you to the basic, most basic participle form, and that's how you make a present tense in Hebrew. Well, we made it finally through Jonah 1:12.